Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kit. I'm sure you already know that. But I just wanted to go ahead and do a talkin' vloggin today. Again, I know I've been doing a lot of these talkin' vloggins, but really, when you don't got a lot of places to go, there's really not much to do. No. But today I'm going to be talking a little bit about emotions, about how I've been feeling recently, so if you guys don't care, that's okay. I'm not going to be offended. Feel free to click off this video, and then I will see you tomorrow in my 100th video celebration video. So what that means is I've been putting out a video a day for the last 100 days, and tomorrow I am going to celebrate. I heard there's going to be cake. I'm not sure. My mom said she would order a cake, which is incredibly sweet of her. But yeah, she wants to celebrate that with me, so I think that's super sweet. She probably doesn't have to, but because no, you know what, I don't want to downplay that, because it is a pretty big milestone to be able to put out a video a day for 100 days. I mean, the last time I've done anything consecutively like this, I don't actually think I have. Like, I've done 30-day challenges before, but I never even made it the full 30 days. There were some days missing from those 30 days, but this is the first time I've ever set my mind to something and have made somewhat of a successful consistency. I know I'm aiming for 365 days, one entire year, or 366 if you include leap year this year. But I'm super proud of myself. I know it's weird to say, but I'm just really proud of myself, because if I know me enough to know that if things happen in my life in the past, I would have given up, or I would have turned away from things, you know. And I've mentioned this before to you guys. If I, you know, something big happened in my life where it distracted me, I would stop YouTube and to focus on that and put YouTube on the back burner, even though that is my priority, or not priority, but that's what I really, really want to do. And so today I wanted to kind of talk about what I've learned in the last 100 days. I know I'm still 99 days in, but I've been doing a lot of reflecting today. Just thinking back to everything that I've done and accomplished in the last 100 days, and just what I've learned from this experience. So haven't really talked about it too much, but I've been having a hell of a couple weeks. The gym, you know, I started my work at the gym that I work at as a manager, what was it now, a month ago? And then a week and a half into it, the coronavirus really ramped up. And 2 weeks ago, it got really intense. I mean, tensions were running high with everybody, which is understandable, because, you know, this is an unforeseen thing and nobody knows how to deal with it. Everyone's worried for their safety. Everyone's worried for each other's safety. They're worried for their livelihood, their businesses, their work. And, you know, it was just a lot of clashing because tensions were running high. And so as a manager, coming into a new workplace, being thrust into that environment was rough. You know, I barely knew people, and then all of a sudden, you know, I had to get to know people really, really fast and just try to help people through this. And there was a lot of moments where I came home and I told Matt, I was like, I don't know if I could do this. I mean, it was, I won't go into too much detail because it involves a lot of people, and out of respect for them, I don't want to talk too much, but it was a lot. But we got through it, and I think, you know, towards the end, we are better for it. I think the team is a lot closer now because of everything we went through in the last 2 weeks. So, you know, even though it was hard, silver lining, like everything came out okay. But, you know, one of the things that I noticed about myself within these last 100 days that I've been doing YouTube is that I get very sad and depressed when I feel like I'm not progressing in something. And it makes me think of this quote by Tony Robbins where he says, progress equals happiness. And when people feel like they're not progressing in their life, that is the root of depression and sadness and all that kind of like negative emotion. And these last, I think, 3 or 4 days since I haven't had a job, I haven't felt like I've been progressing in anything, even with my YouTube channel. And this isn't new. This happens quite often, or not quite often, but it does happen periodically. It has happened a few times throughout this 100-day YouTube, this last 100 days. And it happens a lot when I feel like I finally get this momentum going in my life, like I'm doing this YouTube, and then something else is happening in my life, and then I figure out a way to make my daily YouTube things happen in conjunction to whatever's happening in my life, and then I get this ball rolling. And then something happens where the ball has to stop. Like something happens, big event happens, and it kind of takes me out of my rhythm, my routine. And then when that happens, there's a period of uncertainty where I don't know what to do because I'm so accustomed to a rhythm. I'm so accustomed to this ball rolling. And then it all of a sudden slows down or it stops, and then I'm like, oh no, and then I kind of panic. And it happened when I first started working about a month ago, because I was like, I have never worked, or not never, but I haven't ever done YouTube every single day and worked 40, 50 plus hours a week at another thing. So I've never, put 60 to 70 to 80 hours of my week into something, or split my time into something. And it was hard transition, but once I finally figured it out, and then I figured out how to mesh them both together, the ball was rolling and rolling, and I was like, oh, okay, this works. And then all of a sudden it stopped. This coronavirus happened, gym temporarily closed down, and then there's a transition period. And then on top of the gym closing down, now I can't really go anywhere. I can't really do anything. Something I was kind of excited for. I'm like, oh, well, now I'll have time to go do things and film things, the things that I want to do, but now I'm stuck at home most of the time. And so there's that. The ball that was rolling has stopped. And so, I've been doing a lot of fun things with Matt. We've been doing a lot of challenges, which have been helping me, but at the same time, it's not 100%, where satisfying for me, because it's not exactly what I want to do. And so I'm in that point right now where I feel like I'm not progressing. I'm just doing something. It's like a Naruto filler episode. Like I'm just putting out filler episodes because I'm trying to figure out what my real storyline is. But there's something that I've learned from this that I think is very, very important, and it helps me a lot, is everybody, I believe, goes through these moments where no matter how much they're into something, no matter how much they're focused on something, there eventually will come a point where something will happen that takes you out of your zone, that stops that ball from rolling. And one thing that I've learned that's really, really important is, at least for me, is to keep going regardless, and keep moving forward regardless. Something my mom likes to say to me a lot is, it's okay to cry, but walk and cry at the same time. Like, it's a metaphor, but when you're crying and you're sad, you stop, right? You're just like, ah. But she's like, no, it's important. You're allowed to cry. If you want to cry, but you have to keep moving forward as you cry. And it's kind of similar to this, the progress, the continued progress is, even though you want to stop, even though you feel like you don't know what direction you're going, even though you feel like you're not progressing, the most important thing to do is to keep taking those steps. It doesn't matter how big those steps are, but to keep putting that one foot in front of the other. And I've learned that so much with my YouTube channel over the last 100 days. I would say that is my number one lesson that I have learned for YouTube, or just anything in general, something that you're passionate about. If you're committed to putting out something like once a week or every day, stick to it. It doesn't matter if you know what topic you're going to do, because you'll figure it out as you go. But the important thing is to keep yourself accountable and keep putting one step in front of the other. It hasn't been easy, and especially these last couple days, it's not even about YouTube. I've just been down on myself because I felt lost. It's that transition period. I'm going through a transition phase right now, and once I get that ball rolling, I'll feel better. But the ball's not going to start rolling unless I keep pushing forward, and unless I keep putting one foot in front of the other. And yeah, I see it all the time. I do it, Matt does it. I know a lot of my friends who are on YouTube do it. They stop putting stuff out when they don't know what to do. And one thing that I found that's important is to do it anyways. Just figure something out. Just put something out there, even if it's just a hey, what's up video, because the important thing is that you're doing something, that you're keeping yourself accountable and you're keeping yourself on a schedule. You're making a promise to yourself and you're keeping it. It's one of the things that I've seen for myself, right, is how, for instance, it's so easy for us as human beings to like, for instance, workplaces, right? Like, even if we don't want to do a specific task, we will still do it, especially if we're getting paid for it, especially if we're, like, our boss is watching over our shoulders and saying, hey, if you don't do this, you're going to get fired. We're so good at finishing a task we don't even want to do for other people. But when it comes to a task that we set for ourselves, we're so fast to let ourselves down. When it's something we want to do, but we will spend all day doing something for other people that we don't even want to do. You know what I mean? Because it's so easy to let ourselves down because we know that, what's the worst thing that will happen? It just doesn't happen. So that's probably the biggest lesson I've learned in this last 100 days of doing YouTube, is just keep moving forward regardless. Keep yourself accountable. If you tell yourself you're going to do something, do it. And just by doing this, like, everything in my life around me, I've noticed I tackle things so much more differently. And I've also noticed that when I get down on myself because I'm not progressing in something, or I feel like I'm not making a change, or I'm not making an impact, the act of just continuing to move forward anyways has gotten me out of my funk faster than just stopping and wallowing and feeling sorry for myself. The act of continuing to move forward. Obviously, there are moments that we do need to take a break. And maybe we don't put as much effort as we usually do into things that, we want to accomplish. But even just putting in a little bit of effort in those moments make a huge difference in the long run. And I've noticed that so much. I don't know. It's Isn't life amazing? Like, life is so fascinating. We are so fascinating as humans, I think. We are so capable of so much. But it takes self-accountability. It takes consistency. It takes persistence to get to the places that we want to be in life. And what I've noticed is what makes people, what makes the difference between the greats and the people who want to reach that level but don't is literally what I'm talking about right now. I mean, obviously there's the algorithms, and obviously there's all those other things that we can perfect. But what makes that difference is to continue moving forward despite what's happening in your life, and to keep pushing forward, and that accountability. I talk like I've done so much with my life. But I don't know, it's something I've realized, and I kind of wanted to talk about it and just to keep it recorded on my YouTube channel, because I think, I'm gonna look back at this a year from now and be like, oh yeah, that's when I made that crazy revelation. Anyways, I'm really excited, and I just want to say that I'm really thankful for you guys. You guys have been here through the ups and the downs these last 100 videos. Some of you guys, actually most of you guys, probably haven't been here from the beginning, but even just giving me some of, just spending your time with me. It doesn't matter when you guys hopped on to watch my channels. That doesn't really matter, but the fact that you guys have, and the fact that you guys continue to do so, man, that's like, I'm the luckiest person in the world. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna relax for the rest of the day. I have a couple things I have to do tomorrow, and so sorry, I'm just watching my mom's dog spin around in circles. She's so adorable. All right, I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you in tomorrow's vlog and my 100th video celebration. Peace. Bye.